Enter the muse dressed in a hijab.
The images flit through mind's eye of Ajax and his Achilles, forced to watch great warrior die, surrounded by unfriendly enemies. The dead, a chorus to his dreams, begging for revenge. Perhaps not strong as he first seems, he promises to avenge. So begin the final days of Ajax, a broken man, whose eyes will never the sun's bright rays ever see again.
The silence is broken by the sound of a diesel engine and Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses. 5 men sitting in a Humvee. Achilles in the driver's seat. Specialists Martinez, Smith, and Agamemnon occupy the other 3 seats. And in the gunner's station is Ajax. The truck bounces down a pockmarked road.
Hey, Ajax, why don't you come down and give me a turn on the gun?
Probably because you can't shoot for shit. We'd all end up dead.
Yeah, and you're only here because your daddy's the general. Hey, Ajax, let me see that picture of your wife. I want to rub one out before we get to the oil fields.
Hello, dumbass. Keep that talk up and I'll kick you in your damn face.
All of you shut up and stay alert. This road isn't secured and we're not officially supposed to be out this far.
What are we doing out here anyways, Colonel?
Yeah, what's the deal?
The only thing you guys need to know is to stay frosty and be ready to kill some Iraqis.
Need to know basis, shitheads. You don't need to know.
Quiet down, Major. Keep your eyes on the road.
Yes, sir.
They drive on in silence for a bit, listening as the music plays on.
Wonder how long this war is gonna last. I bet old Hussein's army is already making for the hills.
No idea. I just want to get back stateside. My wife's getting ready to have a baby.
Oh, yeah? Is it your first?
Nah, it's my 5th.
Christ, aren't you running out of names?
No, I'll just name him Shithead after you.
All right, calm down, guys. We got some rusted out heaps up ahead. I need your heads in the game.
Is it true, sir,
What's that, son?
that you've never been hurt in all of your tours?
Yeah, so far so good. Been all over the world since 70, lots of fighting and tough situations. Always come through without a scratch.
Looks like someone up ahead, sir.
Someone?
It's a little girl, sir.
I see her now. Clear the road now, U.S. military coming through.
What's going on?
It's just a little girl. Looks like her parents are dead in the car.
Keep that gun trained on her. We need to be ready to shoot if this goes south. I repeat, clear the road. We do not want to shoot you.
She's crying, sir. She might be in shock.
I don't like this.
A little girl, let me see.
Sit down and shut up.
Clear the road now, or you will be shot. Prepare to fire, Ajax.
But, sir,
Are you disobeying an order?
She's approaching the truck.
Do not take another step forward.
she doesn't understand.
Ajax, take her out.
Save us, Ajax, fire!
I can't.
Soldier, pick up that gun and fire.
Just a little girl.
What is she reaching for?
Oh shit.
IED! IED!
Shit, it's too late.
Fire, damn you, Ajax!
I will not.
Do not come any closer. Kill her, goddammit! Kill her!
The sound of an explosion and rending metal tear through the air. In his bed, Ajax is lying, tossing and turning in his sleep as if fighting an unseen enemy. He mumbles as he tosses.
Just a little girl. I can't. I won't. Achilles!
Ajax sits bolt upright, trying to catch his breath. He looks around the room, confused, as if unsure where he is. Tessa rushes into the room.
Ajax, honey! Oh, baby, shh, I'm here. It's okay, you're home.
What? Where? What?
You were dreaming, Ajax. Another nightmare.
Yes, that's all. I must have fell asleep when I got home from work.
It's okay. I wish you'd see a doctor about this. It's getting to be every time you close your eyes.
I told you, Tessa, we can't afford it right now. I'm still on probation with this new job, and your insurance won't cover me. Maybe when things settle down.
Settle down. You've been through 4 jobs this past year. We have to do something, babe.
Enough. All right? That's enough. What's for dinner? I'm starving.
I picked up some fried chicken on the way home. Again, sorry, but it's the easiest thing to do.
Sorry. I would have killed to have this kind of food every day when I was stuck in that godforsaken desert. I'll tell you about the time of Achilles and I.
Sweetie, Ajax, come back to me.
Oh, sorry. Spaced out again, didn't I?
It's okay. Let's just sit and eat. How was your day?
It's good. The foreman still is pretty hesitant to have a guy who was drummed out of the army on his crew. But one of my old friends is vouching for me.
That's always good. Who was it again?
Homer Esperanza. Good guy. Known from high school.
Way before all this bullshit, huh?
For all this.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah. My mind's just been running a bit today. Laying breaks leaves you a lot of time to think, I guess.
I guess. When did you finish up?
Got home around 4. Luckily, traffic wasn't too bad.
So you've been asleep for the past 4 hours?
Jeez. It's 8 o'clock already?
They start eating. Tessa's watching Ajax as he chomps down on his chicken. He doesn't notice and is eating ravenously. She opens her mouth as if to say something. Then she stops herself and begins eating. Achilles enters the room, who only Ajax can see.
What are you doing here?
I live here. We were just talking.
What do you want from me?
Ajax? Honey? Ajax, what's going on?
Martinez, Smith, and Agamemnon enter the room.
No. No, you're dead. You're all dead. What do you want?
Ajax, please, you're scaring me.
Go away, damn you, go away!
Ajax flips the table, sending plates and food and silverware flying, then falls to the floor, holding his head in his hands. Tessa has backed away by this point, afraid of what she's witnessing.
You can't have me. I'm not going with you. Leave me alone, damn it. I'm sorry.
Ajax, please. I need you to calm down. Baby, please. Ajax.
Achilles makes a motion with his hand, and they all turn on their heels and leave.
Please leave.
I'm not going anywhere. I love you. We're going to get you better. We'll find a way.
Ajax is laying bricks. He looks tired, but is working hard. Homer approaches.
Ajax, how's it? Holy shit, man. You look rough. Is everything okay?
Hey, Homer. I didn't see you there.
Dude, did you sleep last night?
Honestly, not much. I haven't slept much in a long time.
Shit, man. Don't let the foreman know. It's like a safety hazard for you to be working without sleeping. He'll can your ass first chance he gets. You know, though, it doesn't appear to be affecting your work. This looks really good. Just kind of lay low today and keep moving. And I'll be back for you in a little bit. Check on you.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right, man. Peace.
Homer leaves, and Ajax continues to lay bricks for a bit and begins to nod off. Specialist Martinez sneaks up behind him.
Hey, man. Remember me? No, don't look up. Keep working. We don't want your boss and coworkers thinking you've gone crazy. Started chasing shadows. Now keep laying those bricks, you fucking coward. Keep laying them and listen. Did you even know a damn thing about me? Did you know what your cowardice destroyed? No, I'm sure you didn't. Didn't know that I had just turned 26 the day before we went out on that convoy? That I joined the army at 18 to make money to send to my mother and brothers back home. Yeah, stop trying to look at me and work, bricklayer. You even know my first name? It was Roberto. Specialist Roberto Martinez, son of Maria, who helped keep 2 brothers off the streets because he didn't want them to be fuck-up gangbangers like he was. I was a good man. And now, because of you, I'm dead. Any future for me, any future for my family, it's gone. Your cowardice did this to me, did this to my brothers.
I may not be dead, but I do understand what happens when your future dies.
Man, you don't know shit. You don't know a goddamn thing. My brothers are running the streets. I know. I got to see them one last time before I was set on this path.
What path?
Nah, man. Nah, spoilers. Spoilers, Ajax. Need to know basis, and you don't need to know. Not yet, at least. Just know this. I'm here due to your fuck up. and amends will be made for me, for my family. You owe me that much.
I don't know you shit. You sons of bitches. I paid my price in the brig. I'm paying my price laying these fucking bricks.
Specialist Martinez approaches as Homer leaves.
I have nothing to show for a decade of service but a kick in the ass and a dishonorable discharge, so fuck off!
Jesus, man, what the hell are you doing?
Laying bricks.
Laying bricks my ass? You're fucking screaming your head off. Look at you. You're sweating and shaking like hell. Dude, take a few minutes to get yourself together.
No, I'm fine. I'll just keep working. Foreman knows?
I don't know. Just play it cool, man. If he says anything, I'll just tell him that you're rehearsing a play or something. Part of therapy.
Thanks, man.
You sure you're cool?
Yeah. Just I'll finish this row and get some lunch.
Homer leaves and Ajax continues laying bricks. Specialist Smith returns.
Might as well stop laying those bricks, Ajax. Martinez wasn't the only one with a piece to say.
Jason Smith.
The one and only, okay. There is my son Jason Jr., and I guess with me being dead, that makes him the one and only. That's sad, isn't it? Jason Jr., he's what now? 2? And he's being raised by his 12-year-old sister.
What about his...
Oh, Mrs. Smith? She drinks a lot now. Whole lot. Barely makes ends meet. All 5 of my kids and my lush of a wife living in a 2-bedroom apartment because they kicked them off of the base after they got the news got out what we were up to. And why would that chain of events have happened, Ajax? Who would be to blame?
Me.
Who? What was that?
Me, right? My cowardice?
Look, I don't judge it as cowardice. I'm not even really angry. It's a soldier's life. We were a squad, however, and squad mates stick together, so here I am. No peaceful rest for me now. I get to follow you around and torture you.
But why?
You'll find out soon enough. Just know that all debts must be paid eventually. If it helps, I don't feel good about anything that's going to come. It's all injustice, you know, for all of us.
Is that it?
Suppose so. Next time I see you, I won't be so nice. I'm outside of mission parameters by being this nice to you as it is. The others saw me.
Others?
Don't be in a rush to see hell, Ajax, for that's what's coming.
Specialist Smith leaves. Ajax sits staring at a brick in his hand, trying to take it all in. Homer returns.
Man, Foreman heard you screaming and he was fuming. He didn't buy my bullshit either. Told me that you're freaking out the other guys and you need to get your head together. Well, I have to let you go. Like, I cooled him down a bit, but come on, man, you're on thin ice.
I'm sorry, man. I'll
Hold up, stop!
There's a sound of equipment crashing and metal bending. Ajax screams and runs away.
Ajax! Man, Ajax! Come back!
Tessa is sitting at the table that Ajax flipped the night before. The leg is fixed with duct tape. Her elbows are on the table, head in hands, cigarette between her fingers. Major Manus enters the room.
Hey, Tessa.
Hey,
Thanks for calling. Tessa, I got here as fast as I could. Is he here?
no, you wouldn't be here if he was. He went to work, woke up this morning like nothing happened.
What did happen?
Did happen or been happening?
What's going on, Tessa?
Night terrors, screaming, insomnia. He can't hold down a job, and then last night,
So he's getting worse.
doesn't help that you guys sent him into that shitstorm and then abandoned him when it all came out.
He knew what he was signing up for, Tessa. Don't forget that.
Did he? Or was he just following Billy?
Doesn't matter. He was briefed in full. He knew the rules of Black Ops. They get in trouble, we disavow.
And throw them under the bus?
We weren't supposed to be that far into Iraq. We definitely weren't supposed to be looting museums and palaces. But it was all for the greater good. If it had just succeeded.
A big if.
He knew if they were to get in any trouble, the policy was to say they went rogue and cover it up. It was unfortunate.
4 good men killed and 1 court-martialed to cover up your sorry asses is a damn sight more than unfortunate.
Now, Tessa, you weren't even supposed to know any of this. I only shared it with you because I felt
Guilty? And how much sleep are you losing because of your guilt? Because it sure as shit isn't as much as I am, as much as Ajax is.
Do you have another of those? Look, what's done is done, Tessa. I'm here now. What do you need?
Ajax needs help. He flipped his shit last night, along with the table. Said he saw ghosts or phantoms or something. He was out of his mind, on the floor, shaking. He doesn't sleep, and when he does, he relives that day over and over, always waking screaming Achilles' name. We have no money, no insurance that's worth a shit, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate effect of him being court-martialed and discharged. No care. The government doesn't want a damn thing to do with him. The best I can do is give him some sleeping pills. I swiped them from the dispensary. And I can give you a shoulder to lean on.
Oh, and if he knew I was talking to you, he blames you almost as much as that general.
Agamemnon.
I don't care what his name is. Damn him and damn you. You did this to him, and all you can do is show up with some pills and some pity. He's broken, Manus. He's getting worse.
He will get better. Time heals all wounds, and soon the phantoms will become just distant memories.
And until then?
He needs sleep. I'll check on you soon, Tessa.
Manus hands her a bottle of pills and leaves.
Thanks a lot.
Tessa sits down on the table and puts the pill bottle in front of her, staring at it.
Oh, God. Dear God. Please watch over my husband. Please watch over me.
Ajax walks in, hobbling, looking tired.
Hey, babe, wake up.
Hey, babe. What time is it?
1:30?
Oh, you're home early?
Yeah, about that.
Damn it, Ajax, not again.
It wasn't my fault. I was laying bricks, talking to Homer about this and that. And someone tipped a wheelbarrow of bricks onto some girders from the second floor. Noise freaked me out a bit.
How bad?
Not too bad.
Ajax.
I screamed and hid in the porta potty for an hour. Homer thought it was funny as hell.
It's not funny, Ajax.
It's a little funny?
No, it's really not. So you got fired again?
No, they just sent me home early. Foreman was really fuming, but Homer talked him down.
That's good.
Hey, what are these?
Oh, sleeping pills.
Manus was here, huh? Damn it, Tessa!
Yes, I called him after your episode last night.
I don't want to talk to that son of a bitch!
I know! Which is why he isn't here right now.
I don't want you talking to him either!
What am I supposed to do? Watch you spiral down on my own? Not reach out to help? For help? I don't like him any more than you do, but he's the only one still willing to help.
Oh, by drumming me out of the service and giving me drugs as compensation?
It's not like that. I told him that you haven't been sleeping. He got those from me for the VA. Stole them, actually.
Oh, his version of risking it all for his soldiers, huh?
I'm sorry. But when was the last time you slept? I mean, really slept, without any nightmares.
I don't even...
Look, I have to get ready to do a night shift for a friend. I want you to promise me that you'll take those pills tonight before bed.
Okay, babe. I promise.
Ajax is sitting at the kitchen table. He's holding the bottle of pills in his hand, head down, as if in silent prayer. He opens the bottle and closes it, repeating this 3 times until he stands up and pockets the pills. He begins talking to himself.
Am I crazy? Well, I haven't been sleeping much. felt like more than daydreaming. It felt like they were there, breathing down my neck as they raged about me, causing their deaths. And I lied to Tessa after. Why the hell did I do that? Foreman showed up and pulled me out of the porta potty himself. Told me he'd mail my last check. What is this? Why is this happening now? What am I supposed to do?
He pulls the pills out of his pocket and walks toward the bedroom.
I'm so tired. Achilles, if you're there listening, I'm sorry. I don't know why I couldn't shoot. She was just so young. Little kid. An angel used by demons. Fight us. I don't know. Maybe we were monsters too. So much death left in our wake. So much, what do they call it? Collateral damage. Mistakes that we washed our hands of so quickly just to stop from feeling the grime and horror that surrounded us. Continued to surround me. Maybe that's why I clamped up. Just couldn't stand to keep pushing down the screams and tears.
Ajax looks at the bottle of pills.
I could just take all of these. Join my brothers. In all of this pain. Rest peacefully.
He takes the cap off the pills.
Just tip of the wrist. Hard swallow and sleep. Sweet, sweet sleep.
He begins to lift the bottle.
Tap that bottle and put it down, soldier.
Ajax freezes and stands at attention. Achilles and Specialist Martinez, Agamemnon, and Smith enter and stand at attention behind Achilles.
You heard me, Ajax. It's an order.
Do I need to tell you again what happened last time you ignored an order?
People get hurt when you don't follow orders, Ajax.
Orphaned all 5 of my kids. Hadn't even met Jason Jr. And you think you get to say when it all ends? You are a coward.
Listen to the colonel.
Ajax puts the cap on the pills.
Now toss him.
Ajax tosses the pill bottle onto the floor and turns to face Achilles.
Bet you're wondering why I'm here.
Oh yeah, it's just you here.
Yeah, just forget about us.
The government sure as hell did.
Shut it!
Sir,
yes, sir.
Are you here to take me? To make me pay for your blood?
Stand up, soldier. Well, you're still in fighting shape, I see. It's good. Guess laying bricks will keep you strong.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad. Because I am here to brief you for your next mission.
Sir?
I have been sent back to give you the ultimate black op, Major.
What is that, sir?
Avenge us.
Kill the bastards who killed us. Pay the blood debt.
Magnus, Agamemnon, those two deserve to die for what they did to us and to you.
Can't do that.
Oh, but you must. This mission comes from a higher authority.
The highest authority.
Oh, no. Won't. Manus, for all of his bullshit, has been trying to help, and Agamemnon, I couldn't get close to him if I wanted to. Besides, we're soldiers. This is what we signed up for.
I did not sign up to have my entire career dishonored by those pen-pushing assholes. Do you think they lived up to their end of the bargain, leaving us to rot and be eaten by vultures in that desert? Agamemnon's own daughter amongst us.
Thanks a lot, Daddy.
They blamed the whole mess on you and I going rogue. War profiteering, they said. And to top it off, they threw you in the brig and dishonorably discharged you. Left you to rot with the civvies with no help. None of us signed up for that.
What of my wife? Huh? I go through with this and she loses me.
You think she's not in on it? Manus was here when you were out. How do you think she paid for those pills?
He gave them to us for free.
Nothing's free. Anyone who tells you otherwise is bullshitting you. Have I ever bullshitted you?
No.
Can't hear you, soldier.
Sir, no, sir.
You will perform this mission, or the consequences will be dire.
Consequences?
Oh, we will never leave you.
No, never.
We are stuck here with you until the deed is done.
Like I said, the highest authority, one who demands a blood debt. We've been sent as liaisons, and it is you who owe.
No. Leave. Leave now. Let me be.
We aren't going
I will
anywhere,
not kill them.
soldier. We're not going anywhere. You owe us.
I said leave.
Or what? We're already dead.
Or
Ajax drops to the ground and grabs the bottle of pills and pops the cap off in one quick motion.
or this.
Ajax puts the bottle to his mouth and downs all the pills.
That won't stop us.
We'll see you in your dreams.
Achilles, Martinez, Smith, and Agamemnon leave as Ajax sinks to the ground, his breathing slowing.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ajax passes out. The only noise is the beeping of a heart rate monitor. The muse enters dressed as a nurse.
In his quest for eternal sleep, Ajax swallowed long and deep, and sleep did come, but not death. His wife found him before last breath. So he lays and dreams of bombs and unnamed soldiers' tombs. Achilles haunts his slumbering mind, seeking his payment of blood in kind. And Tessa prays that he will wake, and hopes her love he won't forsake.
On a hospital bed, Ajax lies in a hospital gown, hooked up to monitors which beep. Next to the bed, kneeled as if in a church pew, is Tessa, hands folded. She is indeed praying.
Dear God, thank you for letting me find Ajax before he passed. I appreciate it, and I don't want to sound ungrateful, but it has been 3 days and he's still not awake. He twists and turns, his face looking as if he's seen demons torturing him. Please, Lord, free him from whatever has taken his mind and have him wake whole. Amen.
Major General Manus enters the room.
I came when I heard.
Those pills were such a damn good idea, right?
Be fair, Tessa. How was I supposed to know he would take them all?
Fair? You think this is fair? Maybe it's fair that he has to rely on you to steal drugs from him because he can't afford a real doctor?
Ajax begins to toss and turn in his sleep.
I'm sorry. No, Achilles.
Oh, shh.
I won't.
Oh, dear, shh. I'm here. You don't have to be sorry. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
Tessa,
Get out! You son of a bitch. Can't you see you're upsetting him?
upsetting him. He's not even. I'm trying to help. I've called your insurance company. I got them to approve him for some help.
And what gives you the right to call on my behalf? How did they even let that happen?
I figured you would be busy and could use the help. They said it was abnormal for someone else to call. But between the doctor and I, we convinced them to okay the cost.
Thank you. No, really, thank you, Manus.
It's the least I can do, Tessa. I need you to know.
What?
I'm sorry for all of this. For the whole damn war, honestly. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Manus. That means a lot.
Manus leaves and Ajax starts tossing and turning again.
Achilles, leave me. Let me be. I will not kill. I will not.
Baby, what are you dreaming of? What are you suffering through?
Tessa, please, Tessa. The blood. I can't. All the blood. I'm drowning.
Ajax wakes up confused as to where he is. He is noticeably groggy and disoriented, but he realizes quickly that Tessa is there.
Hey, babe.
Ajax, honey, you're awake.
Oh, don't yell, honey. Oh, my head's killing me. Can you give me some water?
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, thank God you're awake.
Yeah, sure. Thank God.
Here, drink this. I'll go get the doctor.
Tessa leaves. Ajax sits up in the bed and drinks the water, coughing a bit as his throat gets used to swallowing again. Achilles and Specialist Martinez, Agamemnon, and Smith enter the room.
Good morning, sunshine.
Good morning.
No. I told you to leave.
And we told you we weren't going anywhere. We can't go anywhere until you kill Manus and Agamemnon. He won't let us.
Who? Damn it, who won't let you?
Need to know basis, numbnuts.
And you don't need to know.
Eyes on the road, Major.
You owe us.
Not doing this.
What choice do you have?
Permission to speak, sir?
Granted.
You don't have a choice, Ajax. Not at all. You may think you do, but this is meant to be. I'm sure the others told you about how they got to go see their families after they died, about how it made them angry that while they lie in the ground and their families suffer, you live. Oh, they chose to do that, and the forces at work here used that anger to recruit them to this mission of revenge. Me? I didn't need to see my family. I signed up because my father sent me on that convoy, knowing full well how little chance we had of succeeding. I didn't ask to go. He volunteered me as a show of good faith to those that doubted him. He sent me out of hubris. And I can tell you that just as he took away the choice from me, we have taken the choice from you. One way or another, you will do this. You will pay this debt you owe.
Dr. Kilgore enters the room. She walks past Achilles and Martinez, Agamemnon, and Smith as if they're not there, because they aren't to her.
Hello, Ajax. Good to see you. I'm Dr. Barbara Kilgore, a psychiatrist.
Hi, doctor.
Who are you talking to, Ajax?
I wasn't talking.
Okay, Mr. Thompson. I know you need help. You must need help. If I'm going to help you, you have to be honest with me. This means not lying when I ask you. Now, let's try again. Who were you talking to?
Major, you are not to tell her who you're talking to. That is an order.
I don't like her.
Me neither.
Follow orders, Ajax.
I was.
Do not tell her. Just tell her you were mumbling.
He's gonna break.
It was.
Was it Achilles and the others?
You will not answer that.
How did you know?
We've been compromised, Colonel.
We will return, Ajax.
They all leave the room.
Your wife told me about your episode. It's also not uncommon to be haunted by memories, especially if those memories involve your friends who died while you served.
Okay, I see.
Mr. Thompson, I'm going to send a medical doctor to check on you. And we'll see if we can move you into this. We have a lot of work to do if we're going to.
Dr. Kilgore leaves. Ajax closes his eyes and exhales deeply. Ajax, sitting on a seat across from Dr. Kilgore. It has been 3 days since she last saw him. She has a notepad and is writing. Ajax is fidgeting as he waits for her to speak.
Hello, Mr. Thompson.
Please, just call me Ajax.
Okay, Ajax. How are you feeling today?
To be honest, I'm nervous and not feeling well.
Well, have you ever talked to a psychiatrist before?
No. Not big on talking about my feelings.
You think it makes you feel vulnerable?
Maybe it has something to do with that. See, We're trained to be invincible, to kill or be killed. No time to think. So, talking about it, opening a strongly sealed box like that, it's tough.
It's not manly, is it?
Not to offend, but yeah.
And screaming in fear of phantoms, trying to kill yourself. That's manly?
I see your point.
When did you last see Achilles?
Last night, they come every night.
And what do they say?
Nothing. They just stare.
If you're going to lie to me, we can end this right here.
What do you mean?
I heard you responding. I heard you answering questions. What is going on?
Achilles enters the room.
Major, you are not to tell her what we talk about. This is confidential information.
I can't.
Why can't you?
Because it's classified, you nosy asshole!
Because I just can't.
They'll let you?
No.
You know they're not real, right?
She's full of shit, Major. We're as real as you are.
I don't know that for sure.
Ghosts aren't real, Ajax. They're just memories that follow us.
Do I look like a memory to you, Ajax? Last time you saw me, there were bits of me all over the road due to your insubordination.
Hey, but they haunt you even when you're awake? When you feel their breath on your face as they shout at you, isn't that as real as you or me?
Okay. Well, let's back up a bit. When did they first appear?
About a week ago.
What date?
I think it was, I guess it was 21st of April.
Okay. Was there anything going on that night?
Yeah, it was neighbor's birthday.
Okay. Were there any fireworks going on outside your house?
Do not listen to her, Major. She is taking your mind off the mission.
Yeah, some kids were setting off bottle rockets. Why?
Do not listen.
Ajax, listen. You may have had a PTSD triggered by the kids' fireworks. It isn't uncommon.
No, I am real.
PTSD?
Major, I order you to disregard her.
Post-traumatic stress disorder. Our grandfathers called it shell shock. It's from the mental stress of the war. How do you put it? Put your memories in the strong box.
So the fireworks knocked the lock off the box.
And all those ghosts came pouring out.
That is not true. We were sent.
So how do I get rid of them?
You can't. I promise you that.
Well, for starters, you have to be honest with me. Are there any of them in the room right now with us?
Achilles is standing over your right shoulder right now.
She looked, Major, as if she herself is unsure whether her science can explain me.
The first step is telling them to leave.
I've tried that many times. He won't go.
Perhaps that is because you don't really want him to go. Do you feel in your heart that you don't want him to leave?
Honestly, I don't know what I feel. Anger, hatred, fear, all of it. Add all of it, the whole system. Turned us into killers, leaving us to suffer when no more use. Man, I am a stone cold killer. I have taken more lives than I can count, and all in the name of America. I don't regret standing for my country. Someone has to do it. But you come back and they toss you away like something useless and with no support. We're only here because we begged the insurance company to cover this, and they finally said yes after I tried to kill myself. Do I want Achilles to leave me alone? Yes. But at the same time, I would give anything to be back in that desert in that piece of shit crap Humvee with him. You know what I mean?
I do. I believe I do. But that is all the time we have for this session. I will see you again soon.
Ajax is sitting in a lounge chair, reading a magazine. The specialists stand in the background. They just stare as Ajax reads. Homer arrives.
Hey, lazy man. How's it going?
Hey, man. Wasn't expecting any visitors today.
Yeah, we finished up one of those buildings ahead of schedule, and foreman was so happy he gave us a couple days off. And I figured I'd come to see you, see how you're doing.
Not bad, all things considered.
Getting sleep? Because man, you look well rested.
More or less. They give me some pills before bed to calm the voices.
And how are those?
They're getting easier to ignore. Doctor I see is really good. She's
She, huh? Is she cute?
Homer. I don't look at her that way.
Oh man, I'm just joking. Seriously though, man, you are looking a lot better.
Getting there, bit by bit. Everything's going with you.
Pretty good. I got engaged last week. Figured we had a kid already and life is short, so it was time to make a move. How's Tessa?
Honestly, worried. She's the one who found me.
Oh man.
Yeah, I was on the floor, puked up half the pills, but not enough that they didn't still have to pump my stomach. She told me I was screaming for them to let me die as they forced the charcoal down my throat.
Jesus. Man, I had no idea. Tessa just told me you needed some time away, time to heal. You didn't even tell me you tried to kill yourself, though.
I guess she was embarrassed. I don't know. She's a pretty private person. I'm surprised she told you anything.
Well, I came to check up on you after the foreman let you go. I was worried that I hadn't heard from you. I guess I drove up and Tessa just told. Because she looked dead tired. Told me that you were here getting some help. I would have come sooner, but
Hey, don't worry about it, buddy. I understand, life happens.
hey man, remember that time we stole that crane from my dad's construction site? At the principal's beetle on the roof of the school?
Remember? We were high school legends. Our kids came up to me for years afterwards asking if it was true.
And we laughed a lot back then.
Yeah.
What happened to that guy, Ajax?
He went to war, Homer. He went to war and never came back.
Shit. I remember when you told me you were joining up. I thought you were crazy. Figured you'd go to college or something. Always thought you had a great back home. Didn't find out until I was dating. What was her name? Diane? Debbie? Daphne? Yeah, Daphne.
You went out with Daphne? Oh, Christ, man. I would figure you for a sloppy seconds kind of guy.
Hey, she was a nice girl. Just because you couldn't handle it. Anyways, it wasn't until I started dating her that I found out about your mom and dad. I always thought they were just cool. I had no idea he was beating your ass. She was drinking so much. Man, if I knew back then.
Homer, we were kids. If you knew, you would have done shit. He wouldn't have been able to. Only thing I could do was run away to the army.
Still, would have been nice being there for you. Always felt bad about that.
It's ancient history, Homer. Ancient history. You are a good friend. I need you to know that.
The nurse enters the room.
Visiting out with Zarofa, Mr. Esperanza.
All right, man. Looks like I gotta go. I'll come and visit again next chance I get.
See you, brother.
Homer leaves, and Ajax goes back to his seat and picks up his magazine again.
Did you guys know all that stuff about him?
What, that he was a legend in high school?
That he ran away from home to join our circus?
No, that shit about his parents.
I don't really give a shit, honestly.
Yeah, you going soft, Smith?
Martinez, you just got done haranguing the poor guy because he didn't know about your past and who you were. But you don't give a shit about who he is.
Only thing I need to know about him is that he's why I'm rotting in the ground, and that the only way I'm going to get rest in peace is if he kills the guys that ordered us around.
We don't have time for you to get wishy-washy. Achilles would be pissed if he heard you talking like this.
Maybe we should tell him.
Go ahead. We're no better than him if we lead him to his death for no reason other than revenge.
Are you trying to be placed in the brig? Insubordination is a serious crime here, you know.
And you know that the brig here is a sight worse than the one Ajax was in.
Look, I'm not saying we should disobey orders, but blindly following is what led us here to begin with. Maybe we should think.
Achilles enters.
You want time to think, Smith?
No, sir. It's not. I wasn't.
It was, and you were. I don't have room for a soldier with cold feet on my squad. Are you getting cold feet, soldier?
No, sir. It's just... Who is it that's giving the orders here? You keep saying there is a higher up, but I never...
Insubordination. I will not have it, Smith.
Don't you guys ever wonder about this at all? We were allowed to see our families, but shown what we're missing to get us into a froth, but by who?
That's enough.
Two shrouded figures come from the shadows and grab Smith. They start to drag him away.
You are out, Smith.
Think, guys. Achilles is using you. There isn't a higher authority. There isn't any honor in this. It's Achilles wanting his revenge by any means necessary.
Shit, man. I don't care.
Yeah, man. My own dad betrayed me. I don't need this to be part of a grand plan. I want blood.
Smith is dragged away.
Time I talk to Ajax. Alone.
The intermission. It's intermission time, guys. Gonna take about 10 minutes. Let you guys go use the restroom. Go get some concessions. Might have to fix a couple of technical problems on our side. And I'm hoping you're enjoying the shows. Everybody enjoying the show so far? Yay. All right, we will start back up in about 10 minutes, guys. So go ahead and get yourselves taken care of. All right.
I broke character at one point.
Wow.
Because we were all supposed to be in the room with him, and the interchange between Homer and Ajax is actually really humorous and enjoyable, and I keep wanting to like join in with the audience and like grin and everything. So kind of broke character there for a minute. Sorry.
La. Come on, turn up. Anyway. Hello? Okay.
Hello?
Shit, Ashley was said her.
Yeah, I know.
She could barely hear us. That's as loud as I can get it, so I think we both mumble, and I think we were just not talking loud enough.
Okay. Okay.
Do you need to do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the restroom real quick. Do you need anything?
Any more water?
Uh,
Or are you gonna?
I'm good. I hope everybody's enjoying the show so far. I think, has the sound been okay with everybody? Can everybody inside the listening hear us? Basically, can everybody who wants to hear us hear us? So we'll be back on in about 5 or 10 minutes. Does anybody have any questions about the show so far? I'm here and I'm listening. And how's everybody doing with isolation? I know some of our states are starting to come out of it. Am I still muted? No. Yes. No. Good. Oh, good to hear, Prototype Pest. Hi, Catherine. My bestie's in the room, guys. I'm calling her out because she's awesome. So yeah, does anybody have any questions about the play so far? The second half is significantly shorter than the first half, so we should still be wrapping up around 10 p.m. tonight. As far as I know, we've raised about $1,000 for Team Rubicon so far, and this will be up on YouTube tomorrow for people who missed it to watch. I hope everybody is enjoying it, though. I know the actors are enjoying doing it. We're going to do a quick mic test for one of our actors here. Once he gets back on, did he... Alright. Speak, Carl.
How we sounded?
Much better. Much better.
Okay. Alright.
We had some crackly mic problems earlier. And I was told that me and my wife are coming through a little bit quiet. Is people
Where you are
who
right
are watching
now is fine.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
When you lean back, we'll lose a lot.
I mumble a lot, just so you all know.
Well, that's why you're a director, not an actor.
That's why I'm a writer, not really a director or an actor either. Let's just be fair here. I'm none of these things. So yeah.
We're all just pretending.
We're all
Traditionally, theater directors want their writers as far away as possible, ideally dead.
Well, when we did The Growing of Ivy with Evil Cheese, they said one of the weirdest things was not having the writer also direct it.
Because Wayne writes and directs everything.
writes and directs everything, and they kept asking me for advice. It's just interesting theater stuff, and I kept going. You need to make the choice. I wrote it, but you're performing it, and I can't be at every performance of every single one of my plays. So you're going to have to take some creative force with this, and if you have to change things around to make it sound better, that's as long as it's within the spirit of the production. And I think that's a lot of writers understand that, at least ones who are giving. But yeah, that was my first play experience, and I finally just said, I'm not going to be at every rehearsal. You guys need to make your own character choices. And it worked out really well. There was a very talented group of people putting on that show. So I think about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm flashing the house lights here, people. And we will get started. I see Bianca's eating some yogurt. Or are you eating sour cream?
It's a chocolate mousse cake.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
It was time. We do it snack, so.
Sour cream.
Are you eating mayonnaise out of the jar?
Like
Hold on, you didn't bring enough for everybody?
You know, there is a concession stand, folks. It's called your kitchen. We have Samoas up
So far away.
I have Samoas hidden in one of my bookcases. Because that's
Mine
how I
is not
roll.
as well stocked as that.
Well, after the girls demolished my first box of Samoas, I decided to hide the second box up in my office. And I might have forgotten where it was for a bit. So I still have a half a box of Samoas.
There is a box of goat milk soup. I don't think it's edible, but I probably could if I was in a pinch.
I mean, it's not toxic.
No, it smells really nice, though, too.
All right, so there's a slight audio-video delay. Yeah, that seems to be the... something's going on with Twitch today. I've seen a couple of live streams where they were having that. I will fix that for the YouTube video, but thanks for letting me know, Prototype.
It's like everybody's home using streaming services at the same time.
The weirdest one was, okay, so I'm big into watching strongman competitions. And so half Thor Bjornsson, the mountain from Game of Thrones, did a world record deadlift attempt today. And their live stream, and this is a professionally done ESPN live stream, the audio and video was so off I couldn't tell who was talking. So hopefully it's not that bad.
It was like a full...
30 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds.
Wow.
Behind. Yeah.
But he lifted 501 kilograms. That's
501 kilograms, and he made it look easy.
He's the strongest man in the world. What do you want?
I'm too lazy to do the conversion. How many pounds is that?
1,104.
Just over. It's like just over half a ton. So
26 pounds.
1,104.26 pounds.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I can do about 500. So
that's nuts.
Bianca's got this.
Me too. Look at this. That's real.
Yeah.
Bianca's the strongest one here.
Yeah,
obviously. Yeah. After Avengers Endgame,
I saw
I'm
her
not
pick up
dismissing
a house
anybody.
off her sister. Apparently, we are going from being in sync to it being dramatically bad with the in sync with our voices. I apologize for that, guys. The only thing I could possibly do is turn off the stream and turn it back on. Yes, he's the world's strongest in deadlift, but not bench. Brian Shaw's going for the bench record. In a couple months, he's going to try and bench press 701, I think.
Jesus.
So, yeah, these people are... Yeah, these are the world's strongest men. Anyway, we're talking about strongman. That's not what this stream was about, but it is interesting. All right, well, hopefully the yeah, he's going to try and unthrone Carell. Who is this? Who is Prototype Pest? Why do you know so much about strongman?
Nerd.
that the stream will. Oh, this is one of your friends, Carl's. Carl's. He says he's Carl's friend, and I go, "This is your friend, Carl's."
Like Letterkenny, you're just gonna make everything plural, like
Yeah.
really Dan.
Actors is all right. I think we are
Hey
ready.
Ben,
Yes.
I put something in the chat that is a walkthrough on how to fix delays with audio and video with Twitch.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, fun.
Give me 5 seconds, guys. Let me see what this does.
Youngest just having fun over there.
She had that snooze cake, so she's feeling good now.
All right.
She's normal
Oh,
kind
I
of girl.
see.
Swell
Okay.
kind of girl.
Here's my
Hold
cake,
on.
and I'm better.
I gotta
Boom,
fix.
get a little sugar in her. She gets a little wacky, a little kooky.
Hold on. Hello. All right.
Yeah,
Don't
hear you.
answer that. I'm doing my offset. That looks a little better. Hello. All right. So it's about a 9 millisecond delay. Still not great. Let me see. Did that work? Does that fix it a bit? To anybody who's watching the live stream?
Yep.
Okay, good. That fixed it. Thanks, Mike.
All right then.
I said a bit. Yeah, it's probably gonna
You're in the
be.
stick in the eye.
Yeah. Just pretend it's like a badly dubbed movie. You'll be fine.
I've watched plenty of Chinese kung fu classics, so I can handle the dubbing in those.
And they're having a hard time here in Tally. So.
I'm muted. Sorry.
Oh, I mean, I think just in general. Let me fix. I'm gonna push to the. All right. Hopefully that fixes it. That's as much as I'm gonna mess with this. And then I think we're ready for the second half. Who's ready for the second half? Everybody ready for the second half?
Yay!
Yay! All right. Let me get my windows where they need to be. All right.
We had some movement of actors. It's okay.
All right. I think we're good. Let's go.
Ajax is sitting in his bed. He has his eyes closed, but he's not asleep. Achilles enters the room.
I am not impressed, soldier. Not impressed one bit.
Not listening, Doctor said not to.
Ajax, if you aren't listening, how are you responding?
I need you to go.
I told you I'm not going anywhere. You're lucky I left the others behind tonight. Planning on having them badger you, but I decided it was time to reason with you.
Reason with me about murder?
That's the thing, Ajax. I don't see it as murder.
Oh, really? What would you call killing Manus and Agamemnon be?
Retribution. Not just for me, not just for the other three in that truck or the guys in the convoy. You don't think this was the first time he pulled some shit like this, do you? A cockamamie black op that he kept from his superiors that went to hell and he covered it up. That's his damned M.O. At this point, you remember James Patroclus?
Yeah, I was at Bay of Pigs with him. He went AWOL and disappeared in Bangkok, right?
Bangkok, my ass! He was with me in Nicaragua fighting alongside the Contras. I can tell you right now, we shouldn't have been there. Another Agamemnon schemes to get ahead of the game and force the Sandinistas out. In that jungle, 6 months getting eaten alive by mosquitoes and living off whatever we could catch. Finally, we caught wind of a Sandinista convoy. I didn't think we should go after it, but Patroclus begged me. I told him to take a group of Contras, take the supplies from the truck, and come back. If he had listened to me,
What happened?
he took the convoy. But instead of coming back with supplies, he contacted Agamemnon. That bastard told him to steal the Sandinistas' uniforms and drive their trucks back to their base like a half-assed Trojan horse. They were destroyed, torn to shreds. Agamemnon did what he does, covered it up, creating some story about Bangkok to cover his ass and save Uncle Sam some money and benefits to Patroclus' family. You see what I'm getting at?
That Agamemnon is terrible? We all knew that, though. Well, into this we knew. Don't act all innocent like you had no idea who you were dealing with. We signed up.
We did not sign up for half-assed schemes and betrayals. We did not sign up for mental institutions. Look at you, sitting in your pajamas at noon, eating Jell-O, getting soft around the middle. How long you been in here?
2 months.
2 months. Not supporting your wife. 2 months wasted because he wants you in here.
What are you talking about?
Think about it. Agamemnon wants you in here because he is afraid you will blow the cover off his bullshit. He wants you in here because nobody believes a madman.
Bullshit.
You tell yourself that. You think Manus got your stay covered out of the kindness of his heart?
What did Manus have to do with it?
You didn't know that it wasn't your wife who begged the insurance company for you to be here. Not that they would have listened to her.
So you're telling me Manus wants me locked up here? That's ridiculous.
As ridiculous as all those times he went to your house while you were out just to see her.
What are you getting at?
You are thick, aren't you? Agamemnon wants you locked away because he wants your silence. Manus wants you locked away because he wants your wife. He's probably at your house right now.
I've heard enough.
So, gonna do what we ask?
No. You're going to shut the hell up and leave me alone. The doctor said you were nothing but built up guilt, and now you're spouting lies about my wife to get me to agree to murder? Nothing you say is true. None of it even makes sense. How can you know everything that's going on when you are attached to me 24/7? You can't. That's how. You wanted reason? You got it. Now shut up and leave.
This is insubordination. I will not. What are you doing?
I am taking away your voice. I am picturing it fading away.
I will not be ignored. Stop muting me. This is not over. I swear to God. Boy, but you better fucking listen to me. Ah!
Much better.
Ajax sits on a comfortable chair in a visitor's lounge across from Tessa. They're smiling and he looks relieved. On the far side of the room stands Achilles, Martinez, and Agamemnon. They have duct tape over their mouths and their hands are bound.
Oh, you look so good. How do you feel?
Better, day by day. Dr. Kilgore is really good to talk to. I can't believe it's been 3 months.
How are you sleeping?
Pretty good, using the exercises Doc gave me. Learned to at least silence the voices before bed.
I can't wait for you to come home.
Me neither. I miss you so much.
I miss you too.
Dr. Kilgore arrives.
Hi, Ajax. Hi, Mrs. Thompson.
Hey.
How are you doing today?
Oh, doing okay.
Okay. Good. Don't forget we have an appointment today.
Like the nurses would let me.
Will Achilles be with us today?
He's always here. But I managed to get him to stop speaking.
Small steps, Ajax. Small steps. Another month or two, we'll finally get rid of him. See you soon. Good to see you, Mrs. Thompson.
Dr. Kilgore leaves.
She seems nice.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
And she's pretty. Are you two?
Oh, now, Mrs. Thompson, I do not kiss and tell.
I heard Homer came to visit you.
Yeah, it's good to see him. Talk about the old days. He's a good guy.
He seems like a really good friend. You need to keep in touch with him. He's genuinely concerned about you.
Yeah, we go back a long way. It's good to get back with him after all this time. But did I tell you he reached out to me?
No,
Yeah, he found out I was back in town and looked me up, or I was down on my luck and wanted to help me out.
he's a good man. You need people like him around. Manus has been asking after you.
Oh, really? What did you tell him?
That you sounded good over the phone and that I was coming to see you today.
Good. I do feel good. Not great. We're a ways from great, but good. That's a start.
Honey, you look good. Like when we met, remember that?
Vaguely? We were both pretty drunk.
Yeah, at that dive bar right outside the base gates. My girlfriends went there all the time to pick up soldiers, and they finally got me to come with them.
That's what you say.
Hey, mister, it was the truth. Man, I was bored out of my mind. And then you walked in with your stupid white Stetson hat and cowboy boots, thinking you were king shit, and you tried to hit on me.
And you laughed in my face.
You looked ridiculous. And then you started talking with that city boy accent, and I lost it. It was a lot of odd pieces that ended up being totally affable.
Is that why you let me buy you a beer?
No. I would have let anybody buy me a beer back then. It is, however, why I sat with you while we swam through a six-pack each.
You gave me your number.
And you took 3 days to call it.
Yeah, I was playing it cool.
Well, you almost cooled yourself right out of all this.
Glad I didn't.
Me too. And then I found you on the floor in our bedroom.
No. I'm so sorry. I wish you never had to put up with any of that.
Don't cry, baby. It was all in the vows I took. In sickness and in health until death do us part.
Love you.
Love you too.
The hospital administrator enters the room.
Miss Thompson, may I speak to you really quick? In private?
Sure, I guess. I'll be right back, honey.
Tessa and the administrator leave. Ajax sits, staring across the room at Achilles and specialists Martinez and Agamemnon. They look miserable, while Achilles stands at attention. A look of defiance is etched across his face. This goes on for a bit. Tessa comes back, looking back from where she came.
Sons of bitches. Unbelievable! Sons of bitches.
What is it?
Oh, baby. Ajax, I hate to tell you this.
Tell me what?
The insurance company has decided that they won't pay for your therapy or hospital bills. In fact, they may not even cover your time in the ICU.
But Manus said.
He was either mistaken or he lied.
What does this mean?
Well, according to the woman I just spoke to, it means you have to leave and we have to come up with the money for the bill.
How much?
Calm down. We'll discuss it later.
How much?
$250,000.
Abandoned again! Left to run after I've been used up and Manus not only lied, but put us in debt. We kicked his head off. Oh, sons of bitches!
Please, calm down, please. Just pack your things. Let's go.
Damn them all! I'll yell if I want to! 250,000! I expect anyone to pay that!
At the edge of the room, the binds on Achilles and Martinez and Agamemnon loosen and fall to the floor. They rip the tape from their mouths.
Calm down, Major. They will be the ones who pay.
Oh, yes. Yes, they will pay.
Pack your bags, soldier. It's time to go.
Sir, yes, sir.
Ajax, who are you talking to?
Nobody, Tessa. Nobody at all.
A cameraman is carrying a TV camera, which he sets up quickly. After a moment, the muse enters dressed like a TV reporter.
On this day of grim remembrance of men we've lost to war's great woe, Ajax, mad, will take his chance to pay a blood debt owed. For at the tomb of the unknown stand bloody-handed generals, who stand upon the sacred bones of noble soldiers' funerals. On this day he loses all, not just his fractured mind, for it is not just one man's fall, and fate is seldom kind.
The muse and the cameraman exit. Ajax is sitting on his bed with a gun in his lap. He's staring blankly at it, all alone. He rocks back and forth as if in a fugue state.
In Flanders fields the poppies blow. Between the crosses, row on row, mark our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly. Scarce heard amid the guns below. Guns, August. This gun in my hand. My sidearm. No, not mine. Not the gun my hand grew so used to. The gun which spilled so much blood. Nor the gun I could not fire. This gun, new and clean. Oh, when did I buy it? Yesterday? The day before? I don't remember. It was so easy to get. I just had to steal my mind. Answer a few questions. So simple. Such a small piece of steel. Yet it causes such strife. Today, though, it will pay a debt. Yes, yes, it will pay that blood debt which to Achilles is owed. It is fitting that I shall end at a tomb. Perhaps there I can rest with the dead.
Homer enters the room.
Hey, buddy. Tessa let me in. I figured I'd stop by to say hey.
Hey.
You doing okay? I heard about what happened with your insurance company. That's some bullshit, man. Total bullshit. I took up a collection at work to try to help out. I know it isn't much, but I gave it to Tessa. You know, I figured every little bit could help.
Thanks.
It's no big deal.
No, really. Thanks. It means a lot to me. You're a good friend, Homer.
Hey, us high school legends, man, we gotta stick together.
Yeah, I suppose we do.
All right, man. I have to run. Fiance's parents are having a cookout. I don't want to be late. But I'll see you this soon, though. Okay?
Goodbye, Homer.
Homer leaves.
Ajax, honey, breakfast is ready.
Coming, Tessa.
Ajax stands up and puts the gun in his waistband, covering it with his t-shirt.
I made your favorite, babe. Grits, eggs, and scrapple.
Oh, what's the occasion?
I figured you could use some comfort food. It's Memorial Day. I know that that's tough for you. And you've been pretty down since we came back from the hospital. I know things have been hard, but this shall pass. How was Homer? Did he tell you about the money?
It was good. Yeah, he told me. He's a great guy.
He really is. I hope to see him around more. He's good for you. Here.
Thank you, babe. I really appreciate it.
So, what shall we do today? Want to make burgers and dogs like we used to? Fire up the grill and knock back a few beers?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Do you want to go to the store or should I?
No, I have a few errands to run anyway, so I'll grab the food.
What errands? Can I come with? It's the first day we've had off together in ages.
No, I need to run these alone.
Seriously, what errands, Ajax?
Don't worry about it.
Ajax, you barely made it out of bed in a week, and suddenly you have errands to run on Memorial Day?
Achilles, Specialist Martinez, and Specialist Agamemnon appear.
The time has come for payment.
Don't
Blood
forget.
for blood.
Don't forget the gun.
And the bullets.
Blood will be repaid today.
Sorry, Tessa. It is time.
Time for what, Ajax? You're acting so strange. Please, tell me what you're going to do.
Can't. I have to go.
Don't leave, Ajax. You can't. I won't let you.
You need to get her out of the way and move now. Time is of the essence.
You need to move. I need to go now.
Not until you tell me where you're going.
Now, soldier, move, move, move!
He pulls the gun from his waistband.
Please, Tessa, move.
Where the hell do you have a gun? Where are you going? Please stop, Ajax.
Move her, Major. You must get through that door.
Please, Tessa.
No!
Ajax walks to her and tries to push her out of the way. A struggle ensues. A few shouts and grunts. Suddenly, the gun goes off, and Tessa stops struggling and falls to the floor.
No! No, 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 no! Oh, baby, wake up! Oh, God! Wake up, Tessa, please! Oh, please, no!
Ajax falls to the floor, cradling her body, sobbing uncontrollably.
It's too late for her, Ajax, but not for you. She is, what do the generals call it? Collateral damage.
Ajax sits up and wipes his eyes. He looks at his hand, which is covered in blood, and rubs it over his face, like he's applying war paint. He leans down and kisses Tessa's lifeless body.
I'm so sorry, Tessa. I'm so sorry.
Ajax stands and leaves. Achilles, Martinez, and Agamemnon stay. At the tomb of the unknown soldier, General Agamemnon, holding a wreath, and Major General Manus flank the tomb with a small audience in front of them. Most prominent among them, a man in a trench coat, Ajax, hunched over. Off to the side is the muse and the cameraman.
As the President's designee on his most solemn of occasions, we honor the fallen and remember those who will never come home. I place this wreath at the tomb of this World War I soldier whose remains have never been identified. This unknown soldier, who died fighting for the freedoms of this great country of ours, shall live forever in our hearts.
Agamemnon walks over and places the wreath on the tomb.
Now a moment of silence in memory of those we have lost.
Everyone on stage bows their heads, except the man in the trench coat. He glares at the generals and the tomb.
You speak of honor and memory, but you have neither.
Who dares protest during this moment of silence? Who is that man?
Ajax, is that you?
Yes, sir. It is me, Ajax, here to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves.
Achilles, Martinez, and Agamemnon arrive.
Ajax? Soldier went rogue and got his whole convoy killed?
That is your story, Agamemnon. That is your lie.
Ajax, please, stop this. Go home to your wife.
My wife. Yes, my wife. Who you cast me upon and made me a burden to after you turned your backs on me and my friends? Where in this cemetery, honorable Agamemnon, is great Achilles? Where is your daughter?
Yes, father. Where have I been buried? in the sands of a foreign land eaten by carrion birds.
Her body rots in the desert due to your mutiny.
Yes. Well, that is the official story, right, Manus?
Stop this now, Ajax.
No! Let this soldier spin his crazy conspiracies. It is of no consequence to me.
Conspiracies! You mean the conspiracy of you sending me and my men, along with your own daughter, on an operation to steal treasures in northern Iraq with no support? Where the operation went wrong because of one small thing. One small child. A child who blew herself up to save her people from us. She didn't know what we were. She believed that we were monsters. Just like we were told the Iraqis were monsters. Monsters fighting monsters! The truck you sent us in didn't have the proper armor. It couldn't withstand the blasts. It tore through it like paper. I alone survived. Your daughter, other people's sons, great Achilles, all dead. And you told everyone they were a traitor and left them to be eaten by vultures in the desert. And me!
You went rogue. You went searching for treasure in a palace with a bunch of privates you convinced. Got many good men killed.
Framed for another of your botched operations, Agamemnon. Just like Patroclus and the Contras. Left to die in his case. Drilled out after all of my service and mine. No support. None. Until my squad came back. I owe them a debt.
Security, please take this criminal away.
And this is their payment.
Ajax fires his gun and hits Manus in the chest. He falls on Agamemnon, blocking him from Ajax's gun.
I am vengeance. The debt will be paid.
Guards are coming, soldier. End this now.
Achilles ignores the guards and pushes through the panicked crowd towards Agamemnon. Tessa appears.
Ajax, don't.
Do not listen to her. Kill them.
Specialist Smith appears. He grabs Achilles.
That's enough from you. Silence.
Please, dear. Enough blood has been shed. Enough death and devastation. Their deaths will not be the end of this.
Do not listen, soldier. A debt is owed.
Stop! Stop!
Everyone freezes. Only Ajax can move. He looks around at the chaos he has caused. He looks at Achilles and walks over to him.
My friend. My dear, dear friend. I'm sorry I failed you. I'm sorry I froze, and that because of that you are dead. What will more death solve, though? Tessa is right. This must end.
Ajax embraces Achilles, then walks over to Tessa.
My dear Tessa, I should have listened to you. You are and always been my angel. The only one who could help me keep together for so long. What burden I have put on you. My repayment. I took your life. But I wouldn't give to join you now. I'm so alone now. So very alone. Will you have me, my love?
The action resumes. Two guards come running. Ajax turns to them, spreads his arms out, and drops his gun.
No!
Everything goes black. A gunshot reverberates through the air.
And that's the end. Yay! Good job, everybody. Y'all are so awesome. What'd you guys think of the play, audience? Waiting to get reactions here. Yes, take a bow, everybody. We got applause. Somebody wrote applause in the chat. We are getting applause. We are actively getting applause. Two people. 2 people are applauding us.
There's one of those studio applause signs
Oh,
going on.
3 people! Yay! We're getting so much applause, guys. It's ridiculous. You can't hear it, but we are being applauded.
It takes what we can get.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. We are taking a little break. We are going to return hopefully in mid-June. No encore, Catherine. I'm not going through the whole play again.
We could just run Ivy real quick.
No!
Oh Lord,
Ivy.
I've got the script.
We all got the script. We all know what we're doing.
Ivy was awesome.
Flowers are now being thrown on the stage.
Oh, you guys shouldn't have.
We are going to take a little break after this show. The next one, we're going to try and make it like a musical and comedy review, something a little bit less Ivy. Ivy? I'm reading the thing. I can send you the link for
Ivy's a grocery store.
Words are hard.
I can send you the link for Ivy, Catherine. It is on YouTube's. But we'll be back with something a little bit more lighthearted to raise money for the Huntsville Community Chorus Association at some point in mid-June. Thank you guys for joining. We raised a fair amount of money for Team Rubicon, so
Yay!
we did good. We did good. All of us together, all of us and all of our audience. All right. We will see you guys in a few weeks. Bye, audience.